you know what I'm about.
Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we're off to Arrowhead for the call from Kansas City. We'll hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach. Well, from a place that's officially been recognized as the loudest venue in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium right here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
To kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Powers through again. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man. Complete. A gain of 32 that time. How about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about.
Offense.
Now, those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw, and this one caught by Travis Kelce. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Complete. The tight end, Kelce. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did. Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets them to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Williams. Oh, refusing to go down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And a look now at the defensive starters for San Francisco. Vaughn Alexander's one of the exciting linebackers in the league. His forte, speed.
Yellow, 180. Got you.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what...
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
We're talking about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. They're not going to get it. They try to move the chains with a surprise, but it's a turnover on downs. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here.
I know coaches always tell us that they make decisions about these types of plays, this type of a fake, earlier in the week to take the emotion out of the deal. I don't know that that was really true here. This one felt like all of a sudden, hey, I have a feeling about let's go ahead and get it, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, I know one thing. I wish they had it back.
Yeah, they certainly do, but the buck stops with the head coach on that one. He has to green light that attempt.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. This will probably be the last play of the quarter. We're scoreless after 1. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go. Here we go. 120. Stop it.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. Fielded at about the 28. Nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Oh, we got position on him, and he pulls it in. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They go with a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Mahomes now to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 12-yard line.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Brushing off defenders. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive in total 8 plays. And in the end, it was all capped off by the Damian Williams touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Here we go. 180!
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here we go.
That first down completion only netted them 3. Second and 7. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now Garoppolo. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard strike. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on 3rd down. And he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the 1 tackle but couldn't spring himself free. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Fights him off. Still going. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
We'll go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to launch, and that's caught inside the 30. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been a hard-fought battle to this point. 7-0 is the score, with neither offense really able to get on track. But let's not waste any time. We'll get you right back out to Brandon and Charles for the second half.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Throwing now is Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
That was well defended, and while it was completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on third? From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So how would you describe that one, partner? Workmanlike right there, getting that first down, blue-collar type football?
Yeah, only needed 3, got 4, just enough. I like workmanlike.
I think it's pretty cool myself. Everything doesn't have to be high glamour in this game.
Garoppolo finding his tight end Kittle, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Here we go.
Garoppolo in the offense with a first and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
False start, offense.
So that'll back him up 5.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Here we go.
The false start backs him up 5, first and 15. Garoppolo going to give this one to McKinnon. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. And now Garoppolo lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it.
Touchdown, 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 58 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
12 yards there and a 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is a receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it.
It's caught inside the 25. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 59 yards. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Butker now to add the extra point.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set him back 5. Butker on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Parker. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
5 yards on the pickup. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. On play action, now Garoppolo. His throw incomplete. He was looking for Trent Taylor there, but it'll be 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We're back now in KC. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On second down, it's Coleman. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Dorian O'Daniel, third-round pick in 2018, made the tackle. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any...
And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. From 19 yards away, as they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Great corner route there, not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
But conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. To throw again on second down, Mahomes toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Damian Williams, the man he was looking for. And now it's third down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Play action. Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end.
Go ahead.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Garoppolo. And his throw here is incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
Here comes Mahomes and the Chiefs. Down 17-14. A minute 39 to go. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Now a throw for the All-Pro Kelsey is complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up second down. To throw is Mahomes. Shakes off the sack. Oh, it stays up. Flush to his right, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down. First things first here, they got to pick up the first down.
And remember, it is 4th down, so they've got to pick up a completion here. Otherwise, this one's over.
They'll look to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com.
The friendship torch in the foreground and the Tower of the Americas behind it. Two of the signature sites here in San Antonio, Texas. As we approach the halfway mark, let's take a look at how everything stands out west. Take a look at the Mavericks. They're having a solid season. 5th in the conference and looking to move up. And, of course, San Antonio, 4 games back.
And, you know, right now for San Antonio, they've got to make some changes at the end of the season. That much is clear. Not sure whether that goes for the coaches or the players or both, but something has got to change.
For me, the decision makers have a lot of tough choices to make. They also need to look in the mirror because they're the ones who assembled this team.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Nowitzki is out there with Luka Doncic. Then it's Brandon Roy. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Rose in at the point. And for San Antonio, they've got Nash. Marcus Gasol is out there with Baker. Then there's Person. And it's McGrady in at the 2 spot. Here's Doncic. It's rebounded by Person. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. Here are the Spurs with the ball. McGrady with the ball. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Utah. Well, Steve, we're just halfway through the season. What stands out to you so far and what you've seen?
Well, I think for me is those teams that are underdogs, they're overachieving. And some of those teams that we had out in front, we start to nitpick what's wrong with those guys. I think the halfway point is for teams both underachieving, overachieving to start to really kick in. And some of those teams do and some don't.
Out to Doncic. Back to Nowitzki. Over Gasol. Jokic trying to free himself up. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Greg Popovich and I talked for a few minutes. He said he honestly doesn't know what to expect. This is the first meeting between these two teams this year, so there'll be some feeling out at the beginning. But he told me sometimes that's when we're at our best. We're relying on our instincts and awareness at the offensive end. Kevin, we'll see if that holds true.
That's interesting, David. Thanks. The team believing, Greg, its success is tied specifically to how well they shoot.
And how do you set that up? Run the plays the way they were designed and just share the basketball.
And also try to get out and run, get some open looks from distance before the defense can set up.
Here's Roy. Here's Nowitzki. Second chance shot for the three. Kept alive. Pass to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. The Spurs have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Passes it to Gasol. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assist.
You know, few active players have taken more contact inside than Marc Gasol. He knows how to handle it.
McGrady with the ball. And Rose picks him up defensively. Baker kicks to Nash. Left side Gasol. No good there. Good defense by Jokic. And they're pushing it up. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Clearly a foul.
Dallas shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. That's good from Roy. And both free throws good for Roy. San Antonio trailing here. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Hits the three-point bomb.
And the jump shot of Nash. Poetry in motion. A super efficient shooter from downtown.
Here's Rose. Rebounded by the Spurs. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
And defensively in that one, they needed to come up with big stops to quiet that crowd. And that's obviously easier said than done.
Yes, the other team is feeding off that enthusiasm. You have to try and match that energy.
Nowitzki kicks to Rose. A second chance effort. Goes up again. The shot's good from Nikola Jokic.
Timeout.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Martin's checked in for Jokic. Granger comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Sean Marion, he's checked in for Luka Doncic. And it's Devin Booker in for Brandon Roy. Kuzma with it, and Granger picks him up defensively. Here's Dantley. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Utah Jazz.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with 2 hands on that stuff. Here's Rose, and Gasol sends it back.
Love how Gasol patrols the court, always on the lookout to reject a shot.
Martin with the block, and he's able to get it back. Offensive rebound, and Gasol gets it to go.
That's just staying in the moment, keeping with the current possession.
Mavericks trailed by 4. Rose in the post, and stolen by Hamilton. Pass to Marbury. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Rose.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The Spurs shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. That one is no good.
And lost his touch right there. Didn't see that coming. Usually, when he's hot, he stays hot.
The Spurs with the league's longest active playoff streak, 22 years in running, not to mention 5 titles in that span. No wonder the Spurs are viewed as the league's model franchise.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
It just shows you the versatility. This guy can do a lot of different things for you. Woo-wee!
And Granger comes over to help. Here's Marbury. He's covered by Rose. Hamilton. And he banks in the layup.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Rose. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Derrick Rose putting pressure on the defense. Always looking to draw contact.
The Mavericks shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he's good on the second. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Marbury. He's covered by Rose. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Rose.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Fantastic anticipation. He has active hands. Even though he doesn't come away with the turnover, he's disrupting their offensive flow.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 7. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Just an all-around stellar team effort. Everybody on the floor was communicating exceptionally well.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Rose has really accepted the responsibility of being the leader of this team. They look to him to deliver night after night.
Richard Hamilton on the wing. Off target from outside. He can't get that one. And they're scoring pretty well as we can. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen from the Spurs so far, guys, what do you think?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the floor for San Antonio, they've got Kyle Kuzma. Also, Marc Gasol is out there. And it's Dantley in at the small forward. And the Spurs with possession. It's a 3-point game. Ball's knocked loose. And the pass to Kuzma. Wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Kuzma's got his first basket.
The capacity at 7-1 to just survey the floor. You're not going to impede Gasol's vision.
Martin with the bucket.
Excellent move to score the basketball despite a weak pick.
And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Fisher, the pass to Kuzma. Here's Dantley. Granger covering. Pass to Marbury. Marion with the double team. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Dantley. They get it back. Gasol. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Dallas making a switch here. Jokic has checked in for Martin. Nowitzki comes in for Danny Granger. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for Sean Marion. And it's Roy in for Derrick Rose. And here's Booker from the arc. That one drops for him. That's now 8 points for Jokic. Steve, Kobe Bryant said that growing up in Italy gave him a huge advantage learning the fundamentals and the tactics of the game. Do you think Europe's better at developing players than the United States?
No, I don't think they're better. I do think their system at times for certain players, they get into a system of working on their game. And I wouldn't just say fundamentals from an early age. And a lot of those guys are being able to practice with pros at an early age. I think it comes down to individuals. And also I think a lot of these parents and kids, you have to understand it starts off of making a layup versus making a three. So I don't think that Europe is doing it better. I just think a lot of times right now we're looking at some of those European players and they're coming over ready to play from day one versus some other players.
And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. With a break in the action, let's take a peek at the top rebounding teams in the NBA this season. The Mavericks, number one.
They are tenacious when it comes to attacking the backboard. Physical, smart, and determined. No surprise to see them at the top of the ranking.
Shot by McGrady. Tries again. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
Playing at his tempo, his pace. He's been dialed in all night.
Mavericks trailed by 6. Rubio outside. He feeds it to Nowitzki. San Antonio with the rebound. And this matchup with the Mavericks, it's the first meeting of the season.
And they rolled over this team last season, beating them every time they faced off.
Yeah, these two teams haven't changed that much. So I wouldn't be surprised if they run the table on them again.
And it's just encouraging to see Luka step up on defense. Must continue to bring that type of intensity. As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
San Antonio shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. Without question, Marc Gasol displaying his skills today.
The man has been relentless scoring inside, attacking the rim every chance he gets. Their defense has been powerless to stop him. We'll see what adjustments they make coming out of this timeout.
Roy from outside. Steve Nash pulls it in.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
You know, to me, this is when you want to focus on creating for others. Give someone else a chance. It's called a teammate.
Jokic against Gasol. And they get it. Trying to get open is Nowitzki. Rejected by Gasol. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. We'll go to the line to shoot 2. A lot of people think, Steve, there are 3 factors necessary to achieving organizational success. Ownership, and ownership. What do you think?
I guess it's ownership. I think it also comes down to trust. Trust in anything gets you a chance to be successful.
And Steve, you know, it's just about establishing that culture, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think you got to have an identity, a culture that everybody wants to be a part of.
Baker controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Baker's got 6.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Doncic outside. Nowitzki left side. Dallas moving the ball around. Pass to Jokic. 11 feet away. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
McGrady. Nice D from Doncic.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
And the basket by Rubio.
Look at the grit and the effort by Ricky Rubio. Staying with it. He's tough as nails.
There's 1:40 left in the first half. Poke loose. Over to the wing. Here's Person from outside off the mark.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And he comes up with the deuce. 10 points for him.
Talented, driven. He puts constant pressure on your defense.
Spurs leading by 11. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Kenyon Martin, he's checked in for Jokic. Granger comes in for Dirk Nowitzki. Sean Marion is checked in for Brandon Roy. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Here's Marbury. Yep, that one goes in there. Marbury's got his second bucket of the night.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Right side Rose. Feeds it to Martin. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Great court awareness by Derrick Rose, reading every inch of the floor so well.
There's 47 seconds left to play here in the half. Marion with it, picked up by Kuzma. And here we go. Granger kicks to Marion. Now Rose. 20 points for him last game against Milwaukee.
And you know, another way he impacted the game was forcing turnovers. Really disrupted the offensive flow.
This is his third trip to the free throw line.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Both shots good from the stripe.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
They push it up 4 on 3. Here's Granger. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Granger's got his first points in this one. Spurs leading by 7. Here's Marbury. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Rose in the post. That one goes. Count it. Rose has got 4 this quarter.
This is why Derrick Rose is considered one of the best at his position. He is not afraid of going down low.
A big time.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Boy, what a crowd joining us here for our halftime report. Marc Gasol playing terrific basketball in this. He had 12 points, 2 blocked shots, and 8 rebounds. The first 2 quarters went very well. And that.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. It's been a clinic out there by Marc Gasol.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
On the court for the Mavericks. Jokic is out there with Nowitzki. Then there's Derrick Rose. Then it's Brandon Roy. And it's Doncic in at the 3.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Outside for Roy. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got 10 rebounds.
And McGrady has an impressive vertical there, showing once again with how well he ducks the basketball.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Alden.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the two best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. Here's Rose, and finished off by Rose.
Each possession, more confidence from Derrick Rose. He wants the basketball. He's starting to knock him down.
San Antonio leading by 9. Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. Gasol. There it is. It's Nash picking up the assists. Nash has got 3 assists tonight.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They came in focused and they've executed.
And he uses the glass on the layup. Nash has got 5.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Doncic against Person. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The players out there are either loved or hated by the fans. There's no in between, Smitty. But when you take a look at divisive players in the league, who pops into your head?
Draymond Green, Russell Westbrook, LeBron James. There's some people who love him, and there's some people that hate him.
Sure.
Joel Embiid is starting to creep into that conversation. Those are some of the guys some people love him and some people hate him.
Nash with no one around. Throws it from outside. He's got 8.
Yeah, and you got to respect the size McGrady has. Easily seen over the defense there to spot the open man.
To the paint. Here's Nowitzki, and the jam by Dirk Nowitzki.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. Nash against Booker. Nash the pass to Baker. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic has got his 5th rebound in this one. And then Roy with the jam.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Knocked away, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker. Now let's take a moment to check out the steals leaders. Derrick Rose, number 1. The 4th spot held by Brandon Roy.
When you've got those two guys out there, both with such quick hands, one hiccup by a ball handler, and they're off to the races.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That is his first foul of the game. Sean Marion is checked in for the Mavericks. Fisher against Booker. Fisher, the pass to Dantley. Shot from the wing. It's rebounded by Dallas. Jokic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Roy. Makes it off the glass. Roy's got it back down to within single digits for the Mavs.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
Pass to Person, and it's Fisher in the corner. Over Booker. San Antonio again missing. McGrady against Roy. Misses in close.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
Booker against McGrady. Nowitzki in the post. The scoring numbers have been solid for him. He's averaging just under 14 points a game.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
The pass to Person. Here's Baker. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
I mean, he's hard to stop once he gets to the rim. That's a beautiful play.
The drive by Booker. Here's Jokic. Got a piece of it. Booker outside. Roy dishes to Marion. Back to Roy. Goes back up, and it's good on the layup. Roy's got 9.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Spurs leading by 6. Got a piece of it and stolen by Booker. On up the court, and the jam by Dirk Nowitzki.
Love when Nowitzki finishes with the dunk, showing some outstanding lift on that one.
The Spurs have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's foul number 2 for him. So it's both teams making substitutions here. .43 seconds left to play in the third. Trying to get open is Kuzma. Marbury, good. 8 points for him.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Rose attacking Martin. Kuzma pulls it in. And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Spurs. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Marbury. He's covered by Rose. 6 to shoot. And it's Marbury missing. Right side Rose. Count it from 12. Rose has got 6 here in this quarter.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Spurs lead by 4. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. They've got Marc Gasol, Rip Hamilton out there at person, and it's Marbury in at the 1. That's the San Antonio 5. High, arcing shot. He takes it up and lays it in. Marbury's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for San Antonio. Rose goes in and finished off by Rose.
Where he created room off the dribble, got into the lane, and off that drive, he had a nasty dunk.
San Antonio leading by 4. Stolen by Rose. He kicks to Doncic. The bucket is good. He'll have a chance for one more. Rip Hamilton picks that one up.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
It's the fourth quarter, and it's a close game. You want to get the ball to someone you can rely on.
And what's so impressive about Doncic, the maturity. Yes, he's polished, but he's got a completeness to his game at such a young age.
Here's Marbury, and it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones.
Yes. Very aggressive Derrick Rose. So efficient on how he attacks the hoop.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's Marbury, covered by Martin. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
But not every point guard can give you that, the ability to finish with that level of authority.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, I heard Rick Carlisle during that last break talking with the team. He is upset about the perimeter play. He told the guys on the defensive end, stay connected to the shooters. On the offensive end, if you don't have an open shot, pass it around. See if the ball starts to unstick, Kevin.
Pass to Dantley. Here's Gasol. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
What I love about Marc Gasol, he's a total team player, but also capable of taking over offensively.
Here's Rose, and Rose throws it down hard.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. San Antonio leading. Here's Marbury. Another one falls for San Antonio.
In case anyone was wondering, this is what it looks like when you're in the zone. He hasn't missed one all quarter.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
The first free throw is good. Jokic, he's checked in for Kenyon Martin. Both good from the line that time. Here's Nash. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Passes it to Baker. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. They get Danny Granger.
And Baker has proven to be an efficient scorer. Also will hit the glass hard, a nightly double-double threat.
San Antonio making a switch here. McGrady's checked in, and then for Dallas. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Granger. And it's Roy in for Sean Marion. Rose double-teamed. For 3, Roy. He doesn't hit that one. So the Spurs will take it the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And there's the call on Roy. That'll be his second foul of the game. Down low, Doncic with the steal.
That's just his first turnover of the night. What a steady, efficient game he's played thus far.
Here's the floater. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Gasol is so skilled at completing these and-one opportunities. You have to really wrap him up if you want to prevent him from draining the shot.
On the free throw, no good. Doncic against Gasol. That is good, and the Spurs lead is cut down to just 3 in the basket from Doncic. Here's Nash. Pass to Baker. Gasol in the high post. He's against Jokic. Here's McGrady. Roy with the block, and he gets it back. Now the pass to Gasol. Shot clock at 5. Tries yet again, and that's 2 points on the layup. Gasol's got 10 points in just the second half.
Gasol demands the ball when his team needs an important basket. Just remarkable initiative on his part.
Dallas calls timeout. Without question, Marc Gasol displaying his skills today.
This guy is killing you, and so far I haven't seen a good adjustment defensively.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Marc Gasol.
And his focus, guys, has been laser sharp, and his touch from the field, flawless. The teammates have worked hard to get him the ball in some good positions, and boy, has he rewarded them with a spectacular shooting performance. Great call to keep running all those sets for him. How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Free throw good, McGrady. Mavericks trail by 8. Right side Rose, and it's blocked. And the first one at the line is good. Person's checked in for San Antonio. And McGrady drops them both. And it's Rose with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. Outside Roy. Shot to stop the run. Rebound San Antonio. Person's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Baker. Yep, it counts. Baker's got 4 points in the quarter. Smitty, we're seeing preseason and even regular season games take place overseas on foreign soil. Would you have enjoyed that when you were playing?
Yeah, for sure, Kevin. I know the travel is an added challenge, and at the same time, you appreciate where the game takes you. It is definitely growing globally, going places you might otherwise never experience, especially in a basketball setting.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Here's Person, and it's sent back by Jokic, and he recovers it. Person with the bucket.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
And Gasol sends it back.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Spurs.
Nothing like second chance buckets to pick up the scoring pace.
Yeah, it was impressive how they piled on the extra points, hitting the offensive glass, and then also winning the 50-50 ball battle.
And it'll mark their fourth win on the year, actually their fifth win on the year. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Marc Gasol.
And with the way he came out energized on the defensive end in particular, getting a hand on a lot of shots, that really got them rolling.
Nowitzki in the post, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
That's just good basketball. Can't ask for a better look.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. On the wing, Doncic. And it's denied. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor.